She can't wait. She's like, nope, we're gonna go faster. So perfect.
Please have your seats.
It's a fantastic day here in Antigua and Barbuda as we stand on this beautiful shore. This afternoon we celebrate love, we celebrate commitment, friendship, family. Two people who desire to share the rest of their lives together. It's the 4th day of May 2024. Welcome family, friends, loved ones. We are gathered here today to celebrate the union of Austin and Samantha. Standing here today in your presence, surrounded by people dearest and most important to the couple, we are honored to have you here to witness the love they have for each other. As they stand here today, I would like to say to the couple, just as the water touches and nourishes the many shores of the earth, may your love continue to be as moving seas between the shores of your souls. And just as there never be a morning without the ocean flow, let there never be a day without your love for each other. The life that you have experienced until now will hereafter be inseparable, for today you will be one. You have brought special vows to express to each other, but before you express your love, the gift of love not only grows deeper with this ceremony, but it trickles into every new experience that Austin and Samantha will share until they last. May the words spoken here today and the choices you made be always remembered and cherished. So I want to say to both of you to always be kind to one another. You know what has brought you this far. So as you continue your adventure together, always remember there is no longer me, but you turn that M around, it's now we. So you say to each other, darling, what will we be doing? Or honey, where will we be going? So as you work together, team, I will say to you, ups and downs will come. But I want you to attack the problems and not each other, because you're each other's best friend, lover, confidant. So continue to aim high always. Keep hope alive. Don't limit yourself, but just enjoy each other one day at a time. So Austin, stand before you, Samantha. I want to encourage you to compliment her often, in front of her friends, in front of her family. And not only on special occasions, but every time you think of your lovely wife, sometimes a nice bouquet of flowers would be nice for her. No, she didn't talk to me. But I want to say to you, the little things are the big things, just like you're standing here holding hands. Always be quick to find time for each other. Sometimes we get so busy that we forget the most important thing in our life, which is both of you. So find one day out of the week just for each other. You get home from work, relax at home, just listen to your favorite song, or just talk to each other. Samantha, I want you to encourage Austin always. You are his biggest cheerleader. I want to say to you, a touch, a hug, a kiss without any reason for doing so, but more so compliment him often on what he does say or stands for. So as you choose him, aim high always, and don't limit yourself, but just enjoy him. one day at a time. So I want to ask you a very important question as we look at each other. Carl, Austin, Eden, do you know of any reason why you should not be joined the Samantha page? Record. Thank you. Samantha page. Record. Do you know of any reason why you should not be joined Carl, Austin, Eden?
I do not.
You're about to make a promise to each other that you intend to keep. You're going to vow to continue to take care of each other, stand up for one another, and continue to find happiness with each other. You're teaming up and saying, every experience we're going to have as of today, I want you right by my side. Because you are each other's best friend, lover, confidant. But more so, today, you complete each other. So aim high always. So I want to start with you first, Austin, as you express your love.
See if I can make it through these. My dear Sam, I want to start by saying I'm sorry it took me so long. I had a lot of growing up to do, and I'm almost there. For the 29 years before I met you, I always said I would never get married. I was cynical and stubborn, and I didn't know love like the one you give me existed. Truth be told, even if I had known, I certainly wouldn't have thought I was deserving it. I will forever remember walking into the same bar on the night we met. You were sitting at a corner table amongst your friends. I had never seen anything more beautiful in my entire life. I introduced myself. We spent the next several hours getting to know each other and bouncing quarters off the table. I was drawn to you, and I was profoundly lucky that you were drawn to me. I recall the music being so loud I could barely hear anything you were saying. I didn't mind it though. I was the luckiest man in the room standing next to you then, and I'm the luckiest man in the world standing next to you today. Every time I talk to someone who knows you, they tell me how lucky I am to be with you. But the truth is, I don't need those reminders because I wake up every day more thankful than the last that I get to call you mine. I heard a saying once that went, loving well is something you do, not a lottery you win. But I feel as though I've hit the jackpot, Sam, because loving you comes just as easily and naturally as every breath that I take. You are, without a doubt, the most beautiful person in the world inside and out. You are loving, kind, and kind of funny. You see the best in everyone. You go out of your way to make every person you meet happier. And everyone lucky enough to call you a friend is better off for having known you. It is my job in this world to protect you and everything that makes you who you are. And so these are the vows that I make to you. I vow to be loyal, honest, faithful, respectful, and kind. I vow to always be there for you, to listen to laugh with, to cry to comfort, to pick you up, to depend on, to romance you, and to trust. I vow to never let anything come between us and to always put our marriage first. I vow to always be silly, to sing songs or do little dances, and to always make you smile. I vow to never let our spark fade and to not get too upset whenever you bring home our fourth, fifth, or sixth dog as a surprise. I vow to always take care of you and protect you and your pure spirit. I vow to give you all of my love every day that I live. And when it's my time to pass on from this life, I vow to find you in the next. These are the vows that I make to you in front of our loved ones, and I will keep them forever and always.
My turn? Okay. When I was a child, my parents had many rules. After having a first child, like Rosemary, Having many rules were necessary. So naturally, a lot of rules came with a lot of supervision and a lot of restrictions, but the one thing I was allowed to do without restraint or stipulations was read. It was my parents' best rule by far. As long as I was reading, I could read whatever I wanted. So naturally, this little Catholic girl became obsessed with reading. It was my own quiet rebellion. I would read anything I thought my mom would disapprove of. I read everything from wizards who fought evil to orphans who solved crimes to vampires who sparkled in the sun. But even though what initially drove me to read was defiance, it quickly turned into something else entirely. Because you know what all best stories revolve around? They revolve around love. There is a beautiful book titled The Fault in Our Stars. Don't read it, it'll rip your heart out. But I'll never forget the beautiful line that hit me like a ton of bricks. Author John Green writes, "I fell in love the way you fall asleep, slowly and then all at once." My world shifted on its axis that day. No longer did I read to rebel. I read to love and to be loved. I read because I knew in my heart of hearts that I would never be loved the way these men loved in these stories. I would never be the center of someone's world. No man would ever sacrifice himself for me. I would never be loved so much that he would start a war for me, and no man would be willing to save me. Those men simply did not exist in this world, and that kind of love only existed in my books, and I was okay with that. I thought I was happy even. But one day, a man walked into a bar, and my very first thought was, that is the hottest guy I have ever seen. Meeting you, Austin, was like putting on glasses for the first time. Everything was fine before, maybe even good at times, but having you in my life has made everything sharper, brighter, and better. I wasn't just swept off my feet. My world was unequivocally changed with you at its center. With you, I got to experience the fast-paced, all-encompassing summer romance that I have read about time and time again. It wasn't long before I realized that my cherished books had been left lonely on my nightstand because for the first time, the life I was living was better than any story anyone could ever write. Austin, you are literally the perfect male protagonist. You are the hottest guy on the planet. You are quick, clever, smart, and your humor just has a touch of jackass. You are respectful and hold your values and morals above all else. You are not afraid of hard work or hard times. You are dedicated and determined, and you'll achieve anything you set your mind to. You have persevered and persisted through every trial and tribulation. You tear this world apart for your sisters and your nieces. You love me with every fiber of your being. Austin, since the day that I have met you, you have been every knight in shining armor in every book I have read. So today I vow to always be your heroine, and that's heroine with an E for all the cops in the crowd. I vow to always be by your side as you progress through your story. I vow to celebrate all of your victories and mourn all of your losses. I vow to always support you when the plot becomes a little too heavy. I vow to step up when you need to take a step back. I vow to end all of your enemies. I vow to always be loyal to you and your cause. I vow to love you in every shape and meaning of the word. Many people don't know this about me, but I have written a book. It's far from finished and it's far from perfect, and it may never see the light of day, but that's okay because it's precious and it's mine. But like everything in my life, Austin, it is dedicated to you. So I'd just like to share the dedication page real quick. To my husband, who told me that he liked to read on our first date. I'm so happy you lied. Austin, you are my favorite protagonist. Our story is my favorite story. And if falling in love is like falling asleep, then this is a dream I never want to wake up from.
The words that you were speaking this afternoon do me a favor. tie them up nicely, and I want you to frame them and put them on the wall. And every time you pass any difficult times, you stand there and express it to each other. Those words are beautiful, meaningful, and as you continue your adventure together, you brought rings to seal your relationship. So at this time, we ask that the rings will be brought forward. And Austin receive Samantha's ring, Samantha receive Austin. Observe your rings at this time. They are both circular, shows no beginning, no end. So too your love and your life with each other, unending, forever. So receive Samantha's left hand, Austin, and place the ring. And looking at Samantha, you repeat after. As a sign of commitment.
As a sign of commitment.
And the desire of my heart.
Desire of my heart.
I give you this ring.
I give you this ring.
Which represents my love.
Which represents my love.
Trust.
Trust.
And all marriage.
And all marriage.
With this ring.
This ring. I give you away.
Receive Austin's left hand. Place the ring. And looking at Austin. As a sign of commitment.
As a sign of commitment
Desire.
and the desire of my heart, I give you this ring, which represents my love, trust, and our marriage. With this ring, I be wed.
You have expressed your love by exchanging of vows, the giving and receiving of rings. May you continue to grow in love each and every day. From this day forward, continue to laugh together. Ensure you find time to enjoy the sunshine together. From this day forward, may you both be together always, growing in love. So this afternoon is indeed my pleasure, by the power vested in me as a marriage officer by the state of Antigua and Barbuda. It's an honor and a privilege to pronounce you husband and wife. Austin, you may kiss your lovely wife.